So hi guys, so today we would be doing the question that is best time to sell and stock, buy and sell stock 2. In the previous question we had to find the maximum profit which could have occur if we are selling once and buying once. But here in this question it's written find the maximum profit you can achieve. You may complete as many transactions as you buy, that is buy one and sell one share of the stock multiple times. So yeah, last time we could only do that once, but now we can do it more than once. So in this method I would be using in this question I would be using two methods. One is the basic brute force method and second is the dynamic programming approach. You can choose either of the method depending on whichever you like. So the first method is we would be declaring simply a variable that is price, and we would be setting it as 0, and then we would be iterating throughout the array, and we would be saying if the element has greater value than the previous element, and if it has that, then we would be calculating that as the difference between both of them as my price, and we would be getting the whole profit from the array. So for now I would be doing that int profit equals to 0, and for int we would be iterating throughout the array. So int I equals to 0 to I is less than prices dot length, uh, prices dot length and I plus plus. And if we see that okay, prices I is less than prices I minus 1, we would be going through actually 1 because we don't want that exceptional case to be a problem for us. And then we would be seeing profit plus equals to we would be counting the difference, that is prices I minus prices I minus 1. So you must have got an idea what I'm trying to do. I'm just seeing if the value okay, I've just done a small mistake. Yeah, if the initial value has got is higher than the previous value, then we would be seeing the difference between both of them, and we would be calculating the profit from it. Every time we see a difference between both the values, we would simply uh, add that to the profit, the difference between them, and then we would simply return profit. Okay, I guess it's right, and we should run the code. Yeah, as you can see it has passed the basic test case. Now I would submit it, and as you can see it's faster than the 100% Java solutions available online, and it's using a bit high memory, that is 39 MB. But yeah, every time it matters. Last time it did it, it was 38.6 and it passed around 70%. So it varies time by time. So another solution I have is using dynamic programming approach. So in this dynamic programming approach, we would be storing a value, that is we would be declaring an array of the prices dot length, and we would be storing the value. And then what we would be doing, we would be seeing iterating throughout the array and seeing that how much difference is between the minimum value and that value, and we would be calculating the value based on the maximum of both of them. It's not a problem if you didn't understand it now. I would just code it and it would be really easy to understand. So I would be coding int dp, that is dynamic programming array, you can name it anything, prices dot length. Yeah, so we have declared the array. Now let's declare the first value, initial value, as 0, so that we can get the max value from it. So for int, now we would be iterating throughout the array, and I would be starting from n, from r1 and prices dot length and I plus plus. So we would be iterating throughout the array, and dpi would be equals to, and dpi equals to dpi minus 1, and it would be math dot max, because we want to see that what is the maximum value between both of them. And we would be seeing prices I minus prices I minus 1. Yeah, so basically this concept is from a bit similar to previous question also, and we would simply be now returning dp and -1, because yeah, the basically we are returning the last element because that is where our whole profit would be calculated. Basically in this what we are doing, we are storing the profits in a different array. So after submitting, yeah, okay, I just didn't declare variable I, so I would be doing prices dot length and it would work. Yeah, so I would just run it now. I guess it should work. Yeah, so I would be submitting the solution now. It can use a bit, yeah, it is a bit slower than the previous solution, but yeah, less memory consumption. Even this can be memory reduced on initial submits and the number of times you're storing the value. So yeah, this can be worst case also, but yeah, these are the two approaches that I got while solving the problem. If you have got any other approach, you can solve it using that also. So this was it for the video. Hope you have got an idea of how we can solve this question using two different approaches. The last question, that was the first part of this question, was pretty easy, but in this question we have to basically calculate the same thing multiple times and calculate the total number of profit we are getting the whole sum. So hope you have got an idea. Thank you and have a nice day.